Welcome, technology students. This video is going to walk through how to access DevTools for teaching and log in order to get access to software other than Microsoft Office. You will notice that we are starting out with Microsoft Office. That is because these two accounts are actually the same account. These two services are intertwined, and you have to create the account on the Office 365 side before you can use it for the DevTools side. It will not allow you to create it on the DevTools side. So there's actually another video that I made on how to create your account on the Office side. If you already have your account, which I suspect many of you do, this point, you're going to log in. You're going to hit get started. Hit I'm a student. It's going to say you already have an account, and you're going to sign in. If you, like I have seen in many cases, if you forget what your password is for this side, okay, you're going to click on the forget my password. What's going to happen is that you're actually going to have to wait for our IT folks to actually manually reset your password and send you an email with that new password. So if you were doing this outside of normal working hours, please be aware that it is a manual process. It's not automated. So it's going to take a little bit for you to receive that password. All right, so I remember my password, so we're going to start there. I'm going to log in. Okay, I do not want to save this because this is not my regular account. No. Hit OK, and it's going to take you over. And if you're already signed in, it will actually just take you right over. It'll give you the OK, got it sign, page first. So here I am on the Office side. Okay, I have that account created. I'm ready to go. Make sure that you can log in on the Office side before you try to go to DevTools. So then we're going to navigate to aka.ms/DevTools for teaching. Your instructor is likely provided that link as well. So when you get in here, it's going to take you to the actual DevTools for teaching site. You're going to need to click on this little blue box down here that says sign in. It's going to say sign up. Okay. I happen to already be logged in, so it's going to start the sign-in process. That makes this that much easier to do by signing into Office first. We're going to put in a phone number here. And it's going to text me a verification code. Okay, and then you do have to agree to the terms and conditions. So you'll click on this, I agree to the subscription agreement. If you don't want spam mail, uncheck the second box and hit accept terms. I call it spam mail, but it's not really spam mail. All right, so give this a few minutes because it's creating your Azure DevTools for Teaching account at this point. And then it's going to log in. Be very careful in this interface. It is oftentimes hard to get back if you get away from the page where you need to be. So 99% of the time, the only thing that you're going to use this for is going to the software page and downloading software. When you click on the software page, it is going to give you every piece of software that is available. Notice there are 139 things that you can download and install. Now that is actually not the case because when you download one version of something, it will not let you download another version. So be careful while you're doing this. But let's just use Microsoft Access as an example here. So I'm going to type in Microsoft. So I'm just going to type in Access, right? Because this is a Microsoft site. So it says, oh, you don't have to type Microsoft. So In this case, there's actually only one version of Access that is available. Okay, so when you go here, it actually should be in Access 2019, I'm pretty sure, but maybe it's not showing up on the side yet. So you're going to click on Access 2016. Okay, there's two different things that you need from this site when you're downloading. The first is the actual installation file that you can download at the bottom. The second is the key, so the license key that you need in order to use that software. So the first thing you want to do is view the key. It's going to take a second, and it's going to give you a product key. I highly suggest copying this and putting it somewhere safe on your actual computer, so that you don't have to log in to get that access code later if you don't need to. Okay. So I'm going to copy and paste, and you can actually click on the right, copy to the clipboard, and I'm going to launch Word. Sorry, hold on a second. I gotta get it to bring it over to my other screen. Okay, and I'm going to paste it. Okay, so now I have it. I have the product key where I need it. So I'm just going to save this. I know I'm working on a Mac. It doesn't matter. This is going to be the same process. I'm going to save it on my desktop, and I'm just going to close it so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, and then I'm going to click on download. Now, it's not actually going to let me download this because I'm running a Mac. So, because Access is not available for Mac. It never has been, it never will be. If you need to run Access on a Mac, there are a couple of ways to do that. You can set up a virtual machine. If you are an IT student, that's how I would suggest that you do this. You could just set up a virtual machine with Windows and download Windows from here as well. So you could do, go back out here and go to Windows 10. And, you know, there are a million versions and different things here, right? You do not want to do the education version, avoid the education version. But other than that, it actually may make you download the, oh, there we go, consumer editions. Yeah, so any of these, right, whichever one's the newest. So I could download Windows 10 here and actually put this in a virtual machine, or if you really want to get fancy and you have a Mac, you can actually set up Boot Camp so that it runs Windows almost like a dual boot process. And so it lets you actually run Windows side by side. You can go into Windows that way and then install it. However, if you don't, you know, if you are running a Windows machine, you won't have this problem anyway. An extra step if you're running a Mac. Anyway, but once you download that, you're just going to install and then use that key to activate it. Oh, we didn't switch over. There we go. And then you should be good to go. If you have any questions, check with your instructor. And I hope you have a great semester.